2023 World Finals Racing Champion from Paris, Texas, Tristan, England, JCB Digatron. Georgia, are you ready for Monster Jam? Our first competition this afternoon is JCB Racing. All 12 trucks have been seated into the racing bracket based on their first race pass time of last night's event. The 4 fastest trucks have an automatic advancement into round 2, while their 8 trucks will race head-to-head, and the winners of those races will advance on into round 2. Atlanta, who's ready for JCB Racing? In the left lane, please welcome Tristan, England, JCB Digatron. And in the right lane, please welcome Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. They are 1-1 against head-to-heads here in the 2024 season as we await those staging lights that are lit at each race lane. And then, of course, at the finish line there, it's time to go racing! To 1/10,000th of a second, and waiting the official word from our Monster Jam officials. What a close race to kick things off, and your winner is JCB Digatron. What a time! It is a 10.184, the fastest time of the weekend right now, under 11 seconds. JCB Digatron advances on to see Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. We're going to get ready here for our second head-to-head matchup coming up. In the left lane, please welcome Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco. And in the right lane, his opponent, Ryan DeSharoon, Shaker. They are 1-1 in head-to-head matchups here as our outside yellow lights are lit, meaning our drivers need to fire their engines and head to the starting line. When you see 2 yellow lights, that means they are staged and ready to go. We're awaiting the approach of El Toro Loco. Time to go green! El Toro Loco is your winner, advancing on. Looks like either a transmission or something in the front there. We'll get a word there from our pit reporter, Casey G, in just a moment. Potential front there, and it is a 12.123 for El Toro Loco and Jamie Gardner. He will see John Gordon in bad company into round 2.
All right, Monster Jam fans, let's have a little fun here right now. Let's watch the Monster Jam video board. We are going to play something called the Helmet Shuffle, okay? You see the trophy right there on the screen. It's going to end up right, we're going to put it in the middle one, I believe. Yeah, they're going to stop. And you got to follow the helmet to see where it lands, okay? Here we go. Keep your eyes on it. It's in the middle one right now, and on there, off. All right, keep your eye on it, watching it. Ooh. We actually slowed this down because of this tiny screen, so it should be pretty easy. Yeah, I thought so. Say it out loud, what is it? Yeah, I think it is 3. Let's unveil the first one and see what it is. Is it 1? No. Is it 2? No. So I guess it's gotta be 3. We're gonna have to speed this thing up next time. Everybody, thank you so much for playing the Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle.
We're gonna get ready here to continue on with JCB Racing. In the left lane, please welcome Cody Saucier, Max D. And his opponent in the right lane, please welcome Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. This is a first time meeting for both of these two here in the 2024 season. And the winner will advance on into round 2 to see Tyler Meniga and Gravedigger. Right lane looking pretty good there for our racers here. Kraken moves on with a time of 11.813. We're going to go on with our last head-to-head matchup. In the left lane, please welcome Lindsay Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. And in the right lane, please welcome Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. A first time meeting here in the 2024 season for these two competitors here as they get ready to line up and see who will take the very last place there in round 2 to see Great Clips Mohawk Warrior and Bryce Kenny. Waiting for those drivers to fire their engines and head to the starting line. Those outside yellow lights means they're staged and ready to go. When you see those 2 yellow lights, we're awaiting the approach of Black Pearl. There it is. Let's go racing! And your winner is Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. So round 2 bracket has officially been filled, and he will clock in a time of 12.025.
Monster Jam fans, this is the second round. The 4 fastest drivers have advanced to this round, and they are going to compete against those 4 drivers who had that automatic buy-in, but only 4 can make it to the semifinal round. Who's ready for some more JCB racing?
There the official bracket is here for JCB Racing. Round 2 is filled. Megalodon, JCB Diggatron, Bad Company going up against El Toro Loco, Gravedigger going up against Kraken. And we have Great Clips Mohawk Warrior going up against Black Pearl. So that is your head-to-head matchups in round 2 here of JCB Racing. Last night's racing winner was Tyler Meniga and Gravedigger, so you can keep that in mind there. And he went against Todd LeDuc and Megalodon in the JCB Racing final round. Left lane has been a little bit slower than the right lane, and it has been driver's choice to be in the right lane, so we'll see how everything fares out as we continue on to welcome in the right lane, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. And advancing on into round 2, there in the left lane, we've got Tristan England and JCB Diggatron. And JCB Diggatron, 4-1 against Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. So we'll see if Todd LeDuc and Megalodon can fare up here in this head-to-head match. Megalodon is your winner, advancing on to your semifinal round. round once again here this weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway, awaiting his official time. Times will be very important. It will have lane choice, the fastest time, and he will clock in a time of 11.556. The winner of this next race will face Toro Loco and Megalodon, but whoever has the fastest time will have lane choice in that semifinal round. And in the right lane, please welcome John Gordon, Bad Company. And in the left lane, we've got Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco, who advanced on into round 2 from round 1. So they are going to get ready to see who will advance on to see Megalodon. Bad Company is 3-0 in head-to-heads against El Toro Loco. We're awaiting the approach there of Bad Company and John Gordon. El Toro Loco to the line, awaiting his opponent to get to the starting line there. John Gordon and Bad Company awaiting to see if he can enter into the semifinal round once again. He was in the semifinals last night, and there he is to the starting line as we get set to go green. And we'll wait his official time to see who will have lane choice in the semifinal head-to-head matchup. 12.084 for Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco, and that will give Megalodon lane choice in the semifinal round. We're going to continue on here in the right lane. Please welcome Tyler Meninga, Grave Digger. And advancing on into round 2 there in the left lane, we've got Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. This is a first-time head-to-head meeting for these two here this season, and the winner will move on to the semifinal round. Kraken looking for an appearance there in the semis, and it was all Tyler Meninga and Grave Digger last night in JCB Racing. As we await the approach of Kraken, there it is. It's time to go racing. And it is Grave Digger advancing on into the semifinal round. Key strategy there for Tyler Meninga and Grave Digger is that he said he was hoping to get the fastest time. And there it is, 11.151, so we'll wait to see who his opponent will be and what their time will be for lane choice. He did say he was going to try to stick in that right lane. We have one last head-to-head matchup here in round 2. In the right lane, please welcome Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And Black Pearl there in the left lane, Cole Bernard advancing on into round 2. And we will see who will take on Grave Digger in the semi-final round. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior 2-0 against Black Pearl as we get to see who will advance on. Semi-final round. And we will await the times anxiously to see who will have lane choice. 11.434 for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, which means Grave Digger will have lane choice in your semis.
This is the semifinal round. The fastest 4 drivers have advanced in this round, but only 2 can make it to the final round. Who's ready for some more JCB racing?
We are going to get set to see who will advance onto your JCB Racing final round, the JCB Racing bracket up on the video board right now. We've got our two competitors ready to go. We've got El Toro Loco and Jamie Gardner in the left lane. And in the right lane, we have Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. Winner will advance on into your JCB Racing final round. We await those staging lights to be lit again. They're at each race lane and then at the finish line there in front of us here in the stands. Outside yellow lights, drivers heading to the starting line, awaiting two lights to stay. They are staged. And then we will be looking for that green light, awaiting the approach of El Toro Loco. There it is. Megalodon. Looks like Jamie Gardner and El Toro Loco might have a transmission issue there. Waiting for the official time. There it is, an 11.147. Of course, we'll get the update there from KCG on exactly what happened to El Toro Loco in just a little bit. But there you have it. Megalodon advances on to your JCB Racing Finals. Once again, he did it last night there, losing to the eventual winner, Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger.
Trouble for El Toro Loco and Jamie Gardner out there on the track. He's getting hooked right now, and we're going to take him to the pits. We've heard from our dirt crew that could potentially be something wrong with the engine. You guys probably heard the popping out there in the stands, or if you're watching right now on YouTube, it sounded like it could potentially be an engine problem. So we'll update you more on that here in just a little bit. Also, I know that you saw Shaker be towed off of the track as well. It's speculated that could potentially be a third member. That's not confirmed. I will confirm with you in a little bit. But the third member is right in the center of either the front or the rear housing. So if it ends up being a third member on Shaker, that's going to be a big undertaking for the crew. So we're going to be headed to the back here in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to be catching up with the winner of this competition here in just a few more races. So hang tight, more Monster Jam racing coming your way.
There it is, the JCB Racing bracket. And we're about to find out who Megalodon will be taking on here in just a moment here in the semifinal round. We're going to see our competitors now in the left lane. We've got Bryce Kinney, the Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. And in the right lane, we've got Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. The winner will see Todd LeDuc, Megalodon in your JCB Racing final round. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger with lane choice here in racing, going for the right lane. And Great Clips Mohawk Warrior staged, ready to go as we await the approach of Gravedigger. And it is Gravedigger once again. Rematch of last night. Gravedigger going up against Megalodon in your JCB Racing final round. 11.222 is the time for Gravedigger, and he will have lane choice in your JCB Racing final round.
This is the final round of JCB Racing. The fastest two drivers have advanced to this round. but only one can score the first points of the afternoon. Who's ready to meet your final contenders?
In the left lane, he is your 2023 World Finals Skills Champion from Oskaloosa, Iowa, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. And in the right lane, he's your two-time World Finals Champion from Peoria, Arizona, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, ready to do battle against Gravedigger as they get set to go racing. It is a fight to the finish, and it will go down to our Finish Links timing system and our Monster Jam officials. We're awaiting a word from our Finish Links timing system, again, accurate to 1/10,000th of a second. Used in the Olympics, the Kentucky Derby, the Indianapolis 500. And the times are up. Your winner is Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, 11.577. What an incredible finish for both of these two competitors. And Todd LeDuc and Megalodon with lane choice. That was my mistake. He had an 11.147, and Tyler Menninga had with Gravedigger with 11.222. So Megalodon in the right lane gets your racing victory in the first 12 points of this afternoon. Atlanta makes some noise for your JCB Racing winner, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. Well, he will collect the first 12 points this afternoon before we get to talk to him here in the winner's circle. And there you have it, 1 point behind him, Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior, El Toro Loco, Black Pearl, and JCB Digatron round out your top 6 there. The points for the BKT overall event champion here this afternoon, here for the last time this weekend in Atlanta Motor Speedway. So Megalodon gets a little revenge there over Gravedigger. That was the same head-to-head matchup we saw last night with Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, your eventual JCB Racing winner. So big revenge for Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. And there he is one more time for your JCB Racing winner, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
Todd, a huge congratulations to you. It was the same matchup as last night when it came to the racing final, but today you changed the outcome, and you mentioned yesterday that these victories are just helping you climb the ladder in the season's points chase.
And another big step was we had lane choice. That right lane over on this side or whatever was just way quicker, and in that final I just got a little bit aggressive there, and going into the jammer, I don't know if everybody else is doing it, but I'm downshifting into first, jamming up over. I'm already in first gear. I'm able to get that truck on all 4 BKT tires to the ground and driving forward. And I saw Tyler and Gravedigger was there, man, but I was just focused on going forward. And there's no better feeling than flying through the air at almost 70 miles an hour, flying through the air, nosing at the grass here in the infield in Atlanta. But unbelievable. This is what we got to do. We knocked out JCB, who's ahead of us in the points. We just got to keep applying this pressure and stuff like that. So, Tyler's on one, man, and someone has to knock him off. Somebody has to knock off Gravedigger, but I'm proud it's us. I'm glad. Frankie, my crew chief's doing an incredible job, and I hope you guys are having fun. Stay in the shade, put on sunscreen, and just enjoy the rest of the show. But we have 2-wheel skills coming up. We're going to change our settings right now, our shock settings for the setup. They didn't overwater it today, which is absolutely amazing, so I think skills is going to be awesome.
How about it, folks? Let's hear it one more time for your Monster Jam Racing winner, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
Well, huge congratulations there to Megalodon. He is on top of the leaderboard there with your BKT overall event leader. So we've got a lot more action coming your way. Coming up next is the Great Clip Skills Challenge. Now this is where our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their sickest tricks on just 2 wheels. And you, the fans, will be using judgeszone.com. Keep in mind, our drivers have 1 attempt at a donut, or they can do 2 attempts at one of their favorite skills. Jabari or I will let you know what you see out on the track. You might see some combinations, stopperies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, or moonwalks. And for more on what you might see out on our track, let's throw it to the video board.
Using only 2 of their 4 BKT tires. And you can now see how Monster Jam trucks in the Monster Jam Showdown video game pull off some of the skills you can expect to see in the skills competition. In the Great Clip Skills Challenge, Monster Jam drivers attempt very technical maneuvers like they would in the video game. Monster Jam trucks could hit a pod to send them into a popper on the front or rear wheels, or come to an abrupt stopping to balance on their nose. Maneuver the truck backwards into a moonwalk, or balance on either the right or left side of the truck, qualifying as a bicycle. Drivers can opt for 1 attempt of their best donut to stir up the competition. Monster Jam drivers are always innovating what they can do on 2 wheels. When you're scoring, look for vertical position, total time on 2 wheels, degree of difficulty, and completion of all attempts. This Skills 101 has been brought to you by Monster Jam Showdown, the video game, coming 2024.
Monster Jam fans, I am here in 261. Make some noise, 261! Down below 161. Oh yeah, I don't think they know what section they're in, but that's okay though. I'm here with Jasmine right now. Who do you have?
Zayden.
Zayden is here. Okay, I got an opportunity for you to win something really cool, okay? So let's watch Tyler Miniga, the driver of Gravedigger, right here on the Monster Jam video board.
Monster Jam fans, I'm Tyler Miniga, driver of the Gravedigger Monster Jam truck. It's time to play some Gravedigger trivia. What year did Gravedigger debut? Is it A, 1965, B, 1982, C, 1987, or D, 2015? If you know the answer, let me hear you.
All right, shout out the answer if you think you know it. Let's hear it. 261, help her out. I hear a lot of B's, B, A, C. I see C's. What do you think it is, Jasmine?
B!
She says it is B. Is she right? Let's look and see as we fade out all the wrong answers. It is B. You know what? I got something really special for you right here. This is a Spin Master, a Megalodon Monster Wash. You see this right here, really cool. Brought to you by Spin Master. And hey, you guys can get your very own Spin Master wherever you buy your toys. And yeah, there you go. You guys ready for some more Monster Jam?
Trucks, epic stunts, Monster Jam. Can you conquer the Megalodon Loop of Doom? Watch out for the gap! Wipe out! Don't give up! Megalodon jumps the gap! You can extend the gap for a bigger challenge! Megalodon conquers the Loop of Doom! Yeah! You can get other Monster Jam trucks in on the stunting action! Jump the gap or wipe out! New Megalodon Loop of Doom from Monster Jam. Other trucks sold separately.
Our second competition is the Great Clip Skills Challenge, and this is where you, the fans, will have your first opportunity to use judgeszone.com. And for more on that, let's throw it back down to Jabari.
What's happening, beautiful people? Okay, this is an opportunity for you guys to help judge this competition. Remember, this is totally unscripted, so it's going to be up to you, Atlanta. All right, take out your phones, go to your browser, and head to judgeszone.com. judgeszone.com. You're going to use this code that you see on the video board, ATL, judgeszone.com. ATL is your code. Once you put that in, you're going to see a BKT tire. This is how you're going to score. You're going to move that tire all the way up in the green to score really high, or you're going to move that tire all the way down to the bottom in the red to score really low. And then you're going to have 20 seconds to get those scores in, and it's as simple as that. Again, it's judgeszone.com. You guys ready for some Monster Jam?
We are going to kick things off with our first competitor, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. down the slap wheelie attempt there for Jester.
Make some noise for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Right now is your chance to score. JudgesZone.com. Make sure you use that code ATL.
He kicks things off here in our Great Clip Skills Challenge. Matt Pagliarulo and Jester, his 2 attempts. Uses the ski jump there on the 2nd attempt. And a couple more seconds left there for Jester. At JudgesZone.com, this is your first opportunity to get your scores in. Take a look at the video board. 4.602 is his score. Our second driver up, Cody Saucier, Max D.
Let's hear it for Cody Saucier, Max D. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com.
Cody Saucier and Max D lays down his 2 attempts here in the Great Clip Skills Challenge, and it will be up to you to decide if he's going to be able to take the lead here as our second competitor. He opts for the reverse popper up into the wheelie on the big ski jump there in the middle. Scores are locked. Let's take a look to see where you put Max D in this competition. Check the video board. It will be a 6.880 for Cody Saucier and Max D. Our third driver up, it's Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer.
Make some noise for Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com.
Sky wheelie on the first attempt and a slap wheelie on the second for Lindsay Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. She is our third competitor here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Awaiting your official scores at judgeszone.com. And that score to beat Max D is a 6.880. Your score for Lucas Stabilizer is 7.154. She now takes the lead. We're moving on to our fourth competitor, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. The reverse popper on the back BKT tires and those front BKT tires waving to the crowd here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now he wheelies it up. Pops it back up for a popper back into a moonwalk. One more attempt left here for JCB Digatron. Looks like he's choosing the ski jump right now. Up to a popper. And nose wheelies it.
Make some noise for Tristan England, JCB Digatron. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Two great attempts there from JCB Digatron and Tristan England. You can definitely tell from last night that this dirt is a lot drier. There's not been too much slickness from our attempts there from our competitors. And your scores are locked in. Let's see where you put JCB Digatron. Your score coming up, it is a big score, 9.197. He's now your new leader. Coming up next, we got Colvin Nard, Black Pearl. Starts off on our racing ramp here. Rising across the track there on the back BKT tires. The reverse popper.
Let's hear it for Cole Bernard, Black Pearl. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. It's up to you, judgeszone.com.
He attempts a bicycle there on the second attempt, but Cole Bernard and Black Pearl now await your scores. It is all in your hands now at judgeszone.com. Time to get those scores locked in. If you've not been scoring, you can do so at any time. So get in on all the action right now at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. Your score to beat 9.197 JCB Digatron. There it is, a 7.178 for Cole Bernard of the Black Pearl. Our sixth competitor up, it is Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. His attempt here on the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Using the trench box to get up on those front BKT tires.
That was Bryce Kenny in Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Let's hear it. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Turn those cheers into some scores as we await to see the results of what you thought about those two attempts from Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Scores are locked in. Your score for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, 7.345. Coming up next, right here from Hiram, Georgia, it's John Gordon, Bad Company. John Gordon and Bad Company. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Even though it was one attempt, you can still get your scores in for that run. He uses the ski jump. Get those scores in. ATL is the code. And judgeszone.com. Unfortunate end there for John Gordon and Bad Company, our seventh competitor here of the Great Clips Skills Challenge. There it is, 6.767 for John Gordon and Bad Company.
Back here in the pits with Kraken, Nick Pagliarulo, and the whole team, they are working so hard to try to get this truck back out there for the skills competition. After the racing competition, they brought Kraken to the back, and it was because of this. He had a blown transmission. So the transmission is responsible for taking all of that power that's generated in the engine and transferring it or delivering it to the drive line, which takes it to the wheels, and that's what makes the tires spin. So inside of the transmission, you have a planetary, and attached to it, you have a drum. There's a band that will release, and that will engage first gear. When the band is engaged, it will engage all of the little clutches on the inside of the drum, and that's what engages second gear. Well, after time, those clutches, well, they're kind of like brake pads. The friction will wear off, and the clutches will kind of slip all over the place, and then you have no second gear. That's typically what we see when we see a blown transmission. In this case, there's no first gear, there's no second gear, there's no reverse, so the whole thing was toast. This is the old transmission. As you can see, they've already put in the new transmission, and they're just working on hooking everything up and doing the finishing touches. It's looking promising for Kraken for the Great Clip Scales Challenge, but if anything changes back here, we will absolutely keep you updated.
Thank you, Casey, for that update with Kraken. There you see it, the Great Clips Skills Challenge leaderboard. JCB Decatron on top with the 9.197. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior sitting in second. Black Pearl, Lucas Stabilizer, Maxi, and Bad Company are rounding out the top 6. We're going to continue things on with our next driver, Tyler Meninga, Grave Digger. One attempt remains there for Grave Digger.
Let's hear it for Tyler Meninga, Grave Digger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
2 attempts there for the bicycles for Tyler Meninga and Grave Digger. Will it be enough? Do you think that those 2 attempts were good enough to let him get the lead here in the Great Clip Skills Challenge? We await those scores. Score to beat JCB Diggertron 9.197, and your score for Grave Digger is 8.645. JCB Diggertron still in the lead. Well, you the fans, of course, are going to be crowning your Great Clip Skills Challenge by using judgeszone.com, and it's you and only you that can let us have the outcome that we're going to have here in just a moment. 1 donut or 2 attempts, that is what our drivers must do here out on the track. As we continue on here with Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. has one more attempt left.
Make some noise for Tyler Duke, Megalodon. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. It's up to you, Atlanta.
What a bicycle there. That is probably one of the first bicycle attempts that we've seen this weekend. And it fared pretty well there for Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. Looking to bridge the gap there in the series season's points chase. And hopefully grab an overall. Scores are locked in. Your score for Megalodon, 9.612. He's now your new leader. Todd LeDuc and Megalodon on a tear right now, 9.612. He is at the top spot right now in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Right behind him, JCB Digatron, 9.197. And Tyler Menninger and Gravedigger sitting there in the third spot. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, Black Pearl, and Lucas Stabilizer rounding out our top six. Well, we only have one more truck remaining, as we'll get word there in a little bit later on the other two trucks you're not seeing, which is El Toro Loco and Shaker. And we'll get those updates there from KCG probably here in just a moment. But one truck remains in your Great Clips Skills Challenge before you crown a winner. And that driver is Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken.
Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
All right, he is our last competitor. You are about to crown for the very first time using judgeszone.com your competition winner of the Great Clips Skills Challenge. He laid down some unique runs there, unique attempts. Time to get those scores in for your last driver, Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. Scores are locked in. We're about to crown a winner. It will be Megalodon or Kraken, and there it is, 7.153, which means your Great Clips Skills Challenge winner is Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
Todd, this is your weekend, claiming your first racing win on the season, and you are now 2 for 2 in the Great Clip Skills Challenge here in Atlanta. This is big momentum.
Unbelievable. That was so fun because like I saw everybody kind of being careful and stoppies, and I was like, man, I talked to Frankie, my crew chief. I was like, you know what? We're going to risk it all. We have to. And I did a bicycle. I saw Cody and them. I learned from their mistakes. And I did a pretty long one. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to do a bicycle stoppie. And when I did, it pushed. The front end just slid on me. I was like, oh no, we're in trouble. Was able to crank it, waited for the truck to set. I kind of goosed it. I wanted to get up into a stoppie from that position, but you just never know. There's grass falling in my face, dirt flying from the infield right there, and I ended up just bringing it down, and just unbelievable, dude. Just we're on a good one right now, and it's just unbelievable. So we have my guys over there. We're checking the locker. We're making everything's working good, but just these Atlanta fans, like I'm telling you, I can see you up there, and when you guys start cheering and getting rowdy, I'm like, okay, here we go. I can just feel the adrenaline building up. So unbelievable. This is what we need to do, and hopefully go get some shade, go buy some water, go get a Megalodon snow cone right now, cool off. That's what we're going to do over here, and we'll be ready for freestyle.
I know this weekend we've talked a lot about gear ratio, we've talked a lot about shocks because this track is larger than life. Thinking about those two things, are you going to adjust anything as we head into freestyle?
Yeah, I told Frankie already to add another half a turn in on my shocks. We're going to try to do some bigger air. The truck's feeling good. It's not the best right now, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I have a week to recover my back and my neck, so we're going to give you fans what we can give, what the truck will give me. And like I said, we're checking the locker right now, making sure everything's all good to go, and we're going to give it our best freestyle shot, because I want to sweep the weekend. There's no doubt about it. So if we can do that with the help of you fans voting for us, we'll see what happens.
How about it, folks? Let's give it up for your Great Clip Skills Challenge winner, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
A huge congratulations to Todd LeDuc and Megalodon, just crushing the first half of Monster Jam action. But we still have a second half coming up here in just a moment. But right now, this is halftime. And like Todd said, get some shade, grab some water, hydrate, and get ready to come back for the second half of Monster Jam action. We saw a couple of those trucks also getting pulled back, and during halftime, a lot of our UNH technicians make sure that the trucks are ready for freestyle. So to give us an update on what's going on, we'll throw it down to Casey G, who's in our pits. Casey, what's going on?
It has been a busy day in the pits for our crew and technicians in these Monster Jam trucks, so we wanted to give you an update on a couple of them. When it comes to Shaker, I know that during the racing competition, you guys saw Shaker be towed to the end of the track, to the pitting area on that side. That's because there was a blown third member on the front end of the truck. I just took some pictures. We're going to throw those up on the video board. But the third member is a really challenging part to fix because it's in the center of the front and the rear housing. So it's super hard to get to. You have to take everything off in order to access the third member. You have to take off the tires, the hubs, the axles, the planetaries, the inner axle, and then you also have to take off the drive shaft, which connects perpendicularly. So the third member is a big undertaking for our crew and technicians, but we've got the whole team for Shaker down there working on that. We've got the team for Bad Company helping out on that as well. We've got the team for El Toro Loco helping out. I saw Lucas Oil's team down there as well, so it's all hands on deck trying to get Shaker back for the freestyle competition. Right now, the inner axles are connected. When I was down there, they were working on connecting the drive shaft, so they're right on the tail end of finishing everything up. It is looking promising for freestyle. Now, I do have a little bit of some bad news for you. When it comes to El Toro Loco, he ended up blowing a motor, which I know many of you might have suspected out there on the track. You could probably hear it out there on the track. The engine in these trucks are really big. It's a supercharged V8. In the engine, you have these rods that are connected to the pistons that push them up and down to let in fuel or air. Well, as you know, metal is not indestructible, and one of those rods gave way and it broke, and it ended up popping a hole in the side of the engine. So the engine is completely blown, and we just don't have enough time to get him back for Monster Jam Freestyle. So unfortunately, El Toro Loco is finished for the event. However, you have 11 Monster Jam trucks that are ready to hit the track and bring their very best for Monster Jam Freestyle. Once again, hats off and thank you to the amazing crew and technicians that are working so hard to make today's Monster Jam possible.
Thank you so much, Casey. And of course, as we know, it takes about almost 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours or more to replace that engine. So unfortunately, the end there for Jamie Gardner and El Toro Loco. But Team Overboard, definitely we'll see them next weekend as we continue things on here on Stadium Championship Series East. We'll come back, get ready, because we are excited for the second half of Monster Jam action. Monster Jam Freestyle is coming up next. This is your last opportunity to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com, and you, the fans, will be the ones to determine not only the freestyle winner, but we will then crown our BKT overall event leader. So this is where you are going to be playing a crucial role. Just keep in mind, though, that our drivers must complete 30 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. And if they do not complete 60 seconds, there'll be a 1-point deduction. You, the fans, need to be looking for those big moments, those wow factors, the use of the entire obstacles or the entire track here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, maybe some technical moves, combinations, and things like that. So that will be what you need to keep in mind here during the freestyle run, and make sure everyone locks in their scores at judgeszone.com. We will be right back here with the beginning of Monster Jam Freestyle.
Hey, Georgia. It's time for you, the fans, to get Monster Jam Freestyle started. It's super simple. All you have to do is raise your hands and clap with the beat. Here we go. Let's try it out. And clap. Clap with the beat. Keep it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Make some noise for John Gordon, Bad Company. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
What freestyle run from John Gordon and Bad Company. Debuted that metallic chrome body, fiberglass body, and there's not much left there. Pieces all over the track right now. What a freestyle. Big, big air. Great use of the entire obstacle. And fans, can't wait. I cannot wait to see what the score will be. Scores are locked in. There you have it. 8.981. We want to give a big shout out and thank you to JCB, our official equipment provider of not only this weekend's Monster Jam, but all of our Monster Jams this week. And of course, West Pro, right here in the Atlanta area. Big shout out to them and thank you so much. And of course, our JCB Dirt Squad, not only do they help recover all of our trucks that might flip over, but they also help construct the track and also take the track down when we're done. So thank you so much to West Pro and JCB. There you have it, the official freestyle competition criteria is up on the video board. This will be your last opportunity to get those scores locked in and get a freestyle winner crowned here this afternoon. Of course, we have just started here at Monster Jam Freestyle, but nonetheless, what a great start there from John Gordon and Bad Company, coming out the gate with an 8.981. So that will set the tone for the rest of our field of competition. Are you ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle? Coming up next, we got Cole Bernard, Black Pearl.
Let's hear it for Cole Bernard, Black Pearl. All right, you got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
The backflip for a little bit of an exclamation point, but it was after time had expired. So keep that in mind when you're using JudgesZone.com. Scores are locked straight to them, and there they are up on the video board, 7.270. 7.270 is the score for Cole Bernard and the Black Pearl, and that is good enough to put him in the second spot there in our freestyle competition. And there will be the leaderboard up on the video board where we stand right now with two drivers having already completed their freestyle runs. Remember, keep in mind that El Toro Loco will not be competing in this competition. And of course, we're hoping for the return there of Shaker and Ryan Disharoon. We're gonna get ready to meet our third competitor. It's Todd LeDuc Megalodon. He lines up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip and lands it for the people. Make some noise for Todd LeDuc Megalodon. What a freestyle run, and we are only 3 Monster Jam trucks in to Monster Jam Freestyle. What a wild run there from Todd LeDuc and Megalodon, landing the backflip, getting some wild saves, some huge air, and he is getting it all out, putting it all out on the line there. He is looking for that perfect event. All right, score to beat. 8.981 Bad Company. Your score for Megalodon is 8.964. So an 8.964 for Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. Put him in the second spot.
What's happening, beautiful people? I am in section 262 with Megan here, and she's going to have an opportunity to win something really cool for her family, but she has to work for it. It's to a music concert, so you have to sing for it. So we're going to play a song by Whitney Houston, and we're going to finish the lyric, and you guys help her out, all right? DJ, let's hit it. Because she was brave enough to get out here and sing in front of all y'all, I got something very special. 4 tickets to the Zach Brown Band and Kenny Chesney. Going to be at the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. That is May 18th. I got you 4 tickets. And if you want your tickets to Kenny Chesney as well, head to spinmaster.com. Who's ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle?
A big shout out to his technicians and crew chiefs, because coming up next we got back Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. clause is paused at 61 seconds there for Shaker. And we're waiting the official word if he's going to be able to finish out his run. And it looks like he will not be. So let's make some noise for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. Show him some love. Him and his entire team there at the metal shop able to get him back into the freestyle run, but nonetheless, a little early exit there from the freestyle run for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. Time to see what those scores will be for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. A couple more seconds left there on the clock. And 4.812 is the official score.
Well, it has been a wild weekend here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and throughout all of the competitions, there's been a lot of breakage. So we've got a little bit of a parts graveyard back here, so I wanted to walk you through a couple of the components that have been broken on the Monster Jam trucks. This right here is a hub, so this is what we attach the tires to. This is where the bolts would go through to attach the tire to the hub. This right here is an axle. As you can see, actually on this side, you've got all the splines that would slide into a gear, either the sun gear or into the third member, but on this side, you can see it's completely shattered on that end. As we move this way, this here is a planetary. So there's a bunch of gears inside of this piece, inside of this component, that all work together to help turn the truck of the tire. There in the center, you've got the sun gear and all of the gears that move around the sun. As you can see, the planetary is absolutely shattered on this side as well. And then last but not least, we've got a spindle, which you've got a spindle in each of the four corners of the truck. So many parts back here in the pits. And once again, our UNOH technicians are the absolute best at what they do. And we know that so many of you are really passionate about Monster Jam, and maybe you're interested in becoming a UNOH technician. You can check all of the information out at unoh.edu/monsterjam. But it's about time to get back to the freestyle action.
Thank you, Casey, for that behind-the-scenes look there as we get set to see our next driver up, Cody Saucier, Max D. Clock is paused at 80 seconds there for Cody Saucier and Maxi, and actually it looks like there is a flat BKT tire. So unfortunately, we're going to wait to see. And it looks like he is going to be turning around, so scoring will be open. Let's make some noise there for Cody Saucier and Max D. There will be a 1-point deduction, though, because he did not complete 60 seconds of his run. He will get a score, though, for completing the 30 seconds of his run. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Let's show him some love, Atlanta. Cody Saucier and Max D. Scores are locked. Let's see where you put him at. You gave him a 5.336. There you have it. Right now, we stand on top of the leaderboard with Bad Company and John Gordon. And we've got our other drivers up there as well. Megalodon, Black Pearl, Max D, and now Shaker there. Our top 5 in our freestyle competition. We're going to get ready here for our next competitor coming up here to the track for Monster Jam Freestyle. We want to give a big shout out and thank you to BKT, our official tire of Monster Jam. You can log on to bkt-tires.com. Check the video board. There's where we stand in our BKT overall event leaderboard. Todd, LeDuc, and Megalodon. Perfect in the first half of action. And it should come down to the freestyle competition here. Gravedigger right behind him, and Tyler Menega with 21 points. And then we have Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior, JCB, Diggatron, Black Pearl, and Kraken rounding out our top 6. We're going to continue things on here with Tristan England, JCB, Diggatron.
Make some noise for Tristan England, JCB Diggatron. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores once he finishes at judgeszone.com.
A little more extra there from Tristan England and JCB Diggatron on his freestyle run. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com here. We've got about 7 seconds left on the clock for you fans. And there he is. Let's hear it, Atlanta, for Tristan England and JCB Diggatron. We've got your scores tabulated and locked in. And will it be enough to put him at the top spot? We're about to find out. The score to beat currently is still Bad Company 8.981. And it is an 8.980 for JCB Diggatron. Still in the lead, Bad Company. Coming up next, we got Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Morgan backflip.
Let's hear it from Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. It's up to you, Atlanta, at judgeszone.com.
Known for some big risk, tomfoolery motorsports. Jester and Matt Pagliarulo laid down a solid freestyle run. Time to get those scores in. And scores are now locked. Score to beat. Bad Company 8.981. Your score for Jester is 8.614. So that 8.614 will not be enough there to take the top spot. Bad Company still in the lead. JCB, Digatron, Megalodon, Jester. We got Black Pearl and Max D there. Your top 6 as we continue things on here with our Monster Jam Freestyle competition. Just a few more trucks left before you crown our freestyle winner and your BKT overall event leader or champion. All right, we're going to continue things on here with our next driver, Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer.
Morgan backflip. Let's give it up for Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Get those scores in for our driver, Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. She lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip. Has a pretty consistent and solid run there. Time to get those scores in. We want to know what you think about that run for your 2019 World Finals Freestyle Champion. Scores are locked. 8.453 for Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. leaderboard up on the video board, and Bad Company still holding strong there at the very top spot. JCB, Digatron, Megalodon, Jester, Lucas Stabilizer, and Black Pearl now round out the top 6 there on your freestyle leaderboard.
Monster Jam fans, I need your help. I want you to holler out, name that truck when I say, are you ready to play? All right, name that truck. Monster Jam, are you ready to play? All right, I got somebody here. What is your name, sir?
Charlie.
Charlie's gonna name that truck. Let's put up on the Monster Jam video board, and slowly by slowly, this truck is gonna come together. We gotta piece it together, and we gotta name which truck you think it is. I want everybody to help them out. Holler it out if you think you know what it is. Let's hear it. It's blue so far. Let's say that this particular truck mimics swimming in the ocean. What do you say it is?
Megalodon.
He says it's Megalodon. Let's see if he's right. It is Megalodon. All right, my friend, I got something for you. We have 4 tickets to Monster Jam in Duluth. That's Saturday night, August 31st. So here are your 4 tickets for you. And you can get your Monster Jam tickets at monsterjam.com. You guys ready for some more Monster Jam freestyle?
Coming up next, we got Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken.
He lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip for the people.
Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You saw a lot of smoke out there. Not sure what's going on. Potentially, probably a transmission there for Kraken. Time to get those scores in, judgeszone.com. If you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time. This is the perfect time to get some scores in there for Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. They're hailing from Osteen, Florida, and part of the Tomfoolery Motorsports. Scores are locked in. Your score to beat 8.981, and your score for Kraken is 8.433.
Monster Jam fans, let's have some fun here and play something called Truckin' Pals here. Look at the Monster Jam video board. We have 3 trucks. Toro Loco, if you're cheering for him, make some noise. We have Gravedigger in the middle. How about Megalodon on the right? All right, let's get these races started. Who's ready for Truck and Power Racing? I want you guys to make as much noise as you can for your favorite truck, and they're off. Megalodon is first up. Looks like Gravedigger's trying to catch up with El Toro Loco in the last place here. El Toro Loco looks like he's going to finish this. Oh, it is El Toro Loco. This is Truck and Pals, brought to you by Monster Jam. Y'all ready for more freestyle? Let's do it, Kay.
Our next driver up, it's Tyler Menega, Gravedigger.
He lands the Morgan and Morgan backflip.
Let's make some noise for Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. Left 20 seconds on the clock, but nonetheless threw down a crazy freestyle run. Will it be enough to take the lead? He landed the Morgan and Morgan backflip. He had some great moves there throughout the entire track out here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we want to know what you think about that. A few more seconds left at judgeszone.com. He is our second to last competitor here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Scores are locked in. Your score to beat 8.981. Bad Company. Your score for Gravedigger is 9.431. He's now your new leader. Bryce Kenny, Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. stops at 59 seconds. Waiting to get the official word if he's going to be able to refire. Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. What a wild finish there to Monster Jam Freestyle. Time to get those scores locked in. He is our last competitor here of Monster Jam Freestyle, and we're about to crown our freestyle winner and overall event champion. Your scores are going to be locked here in just a moment. Scores are in. We're gonna go straight to the scores. Your score for the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, 8.692, which means your freestyle winner, Tyler Menica Gravedigger. We are going to tally it all up right now. It is going to come down to this for your BKT overall event champion. And there you see it on the video board. 11 points in JCB Racing, 10 points in the Great Clip Skills Challenge, and a win in freestyle with a total of 33 points. Your overall event champion is Tyler Menica Gravedigger.
Well, a huge congratulations is in order for these two. It is Team Gravedigger that's taken home the freestyle win and the overall event championship. Tyler, in a lineup like this, where there's crazy freestyle after crazy freestyle in a legendary space like Atlanta Motor Speedway, this overall event victory has to mean that much more.
Yeah, you know what? Coming out here, running that Gravedigger truck straight into this Atlanta dirt for you fans is what it's all about to me, baby. This trophy's awesome, but we are here for you guys. Gravedigger doesn't need a title sponsor. You fans are our title sponsor, and because of this guy right here, I got a truck that's 100% every time I climb in that thing, and I can come out there and drive it like that for you fans. Atlanta Motor Speedway, I love coming out here. 2 for 2 on the weekend. I will see you next year. Thank you!
Well, a huge congratulations there to Tyler Menica and Gravedigger, our freestyle winner and our BKT overall event champion. And of course, don't forget that it came down to the freestyle, so the higher freestyle ended up getting your overall event championship. Well, Jabari, it has been an amazing weekend here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here with Stadium Championship Series East. I know you've got a lot of memories. I know your family was here. I know a lot of families here, especially our drivers were here. So wrap up the weekend.
It was so awesome here in Atlanta. You guys are so rowdy. You know, it was really windy the first day, which kind of kept us cool. Today was hot. You guys still showed out. You made it. My family made it. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming to Monster Jam. I love you, Atlanta.
Jabari definitely loves Atlanta. So does Monster Jam, and we want to thank you so much. We hope you had a great time. You still have time to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and of course, keep up on all the action at monsterjam.com. For Jabari Thomas, KCG, I'm Kay Young. We hope you had fun, and we hope to see you at our next Monster Jam.